Portland's Big Three had a big night Saturday at the Rose Garden. Held off the score sheet in Game 1, the league's most prolific line produced in a crucial Game 2 win. With the series knotted at 1, it seems the Winterhawks and Oil Kings are bound for another long championship series. The battle for the upper hand makes its way north to Edmonton. Game 3 of the WHL final, next on Shaw. Well, it's been mostly sunny in Edmonton since we arrived back in town on Sunday with both the Winterhawks and the Edmonton Oil Kings. Fans filing in for Game 3 of the WHL Championship Series, and Ty Ratty scoring again on Saturday night, his 16th goal to lead all WHL playoff scorers. Remember, he had 19 a year ago and one off the all-time WHL career playoff record. Matt Carruth was his 5th shutout of the playoffs. He's tied with his counterpart at the other end of the ice with 5 in this postseason, 8 in his career. And Stéphane Legault, the WHL Player of the Week, although he had a 5-game point and assist streak come to a halt on Saturday, but 22 points, tied with Michael St. Croix for the playoff lead for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the WHL on Shaw and WHL Central, brought to you by Sierra Sil. I'm Andy Neal. Greetings to those of you watching south on the border on Comcast Sportsnet Northwest. Well, Edmonton is home to Game 3 of the WHL Championship here at Rexall Place, and after that 7-game series in the Husky Eastern Conference Championship against the Calgary Hitmen, you have to think those 2 days off prior to tonight might be of great benefit for the Oil Kings, who were outplayed in Game 2 by the Portland Winterhawks, who outshot Edmonton 36-16 in a 3-0 win. Edmonton only got 2 shots in that final period. The Oil Kings have been real strong here at Rexall Place in the playoffs. They've won 7 of 9 on home ice so far, but they're playing the team that set a WHL record with 29 regular season road wins, and the Winterhawks have won 6 of 7 away from Portland so far in the playoffs. So upper hand in now a best of 5 goes to the winner tonight in Game 3. And for their thoughts on the 3rd game of this matchup, let's go up to Dan Russell and Bill Williams, who have the call. Guys?
Thanks very much, Andy. You know, a lot of people will say you win on the road and you get a split, you take home ice advantage away. Personally, I think you have the budget for 2, but that's another story. They did get a split, Edmonton, but who, Bill, has the momentum?
Dan, there's been some switches. I thought at the end of the Game 1, Edmonton with that 4-1 win decisively got to split on the road. I thought they had the momentum. After Game 2, the 3-0 Portland Winterhawk win, very decisive. I think it might have shifted over to the Portland side. But momentum is a funny thing. It can switch in a heartbeat, and that's one of the things that's fun to watch about this series.
Just as Portland did in Game 1, they came out like gangbusters in the first period of Game 2. But the big difference in Game 2, Bill, is they got rewarded.
Well, that's right. You know, there were 3 Edmonton Oil King penalties by the 8.5-minute mark of the first period. They killed 2 of those off, but they couldn't kill the 3rd one off. Here, Ty Ratty makes it 1-0 Portland as all 3 of the forwards swarm the net. And how about Brendan Leipzig picking this puck up and wiring that shot past Brossois? That's period number 2. That made it 2-0. And then Oliver Bjorkstrand, what a pass from Pouliot. What a shot. That made it 3-0. All in the 2nd period. Dan, a 16-shot shutout for Matt Carruth. Has to be one of his easier ones.
Now, we know the Portland Winterhawks are big, but the Portland Winterhawks are really, really fast, and their transition game, it's really tough to watch for Edmonton right now.
Well, Dan, when you come through the neutral ice area, you got to make 1 or 2 decisions quickly. Do you carry the puck and make a play, or do you chip it in? Well, the Portland Winterhawks, they just absolutely feel they can own that center ice area. Ty Ratty says he can't remember the last time his line chipped a puck in. You see him carry it there. They play with pace. They play with tempo. And then I love the way they fill the lanes. They do a great job of getting to the net, but there's no center ice slowdown for them. And really, that neutral ice play is going to be a big factor for the Edmonton Oil Kings to be able to control that.
All right, the Oil Kings had the very best power play during the regular season, but boy, is it struggling right now. And the longer it goes without scoring, the bigger it's going to be. It's 0 for 24 right now.
Would you have ever thought that at any time in the season we'd see an Edmonton Oil King power play in a stretch of 0 for 24? Well, you know, when you're struggling, you're getting shots blocked. when you're struggling, you're not really taking good quality shots. You're forcing the play like that. You know, this Edmonton Oil King team has a group of forwards that if they can get to that spot, if they can get around the net, they've got the hands, they've got the skill, Dan, they can finish those plays off. So the power play for the Edmonton Oil Kings is a must.
And with so little to choose between these two teams, maybe, just maybe, the Ed Chenoweth Cup will be presented to the team that has the best power play in this series. Let's go back to Andy.
All right, thanks very much, Dan and Bill. The Portland Winterhawks really set the pace in Game 2. How about for Edmonton now back on home ice?
Edmonton and their coach Derek Laxall talked about it today. A couple of quick things. They need to make Portland, especially their defense, play a 200-foot game, and they need to find another gear here tonight.
Game 3 is next from Rexall Place in Edmonton of the WHL Championship on the WHL on Shaw.
Does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Wow. Enjoyed that too, just as we did in Portland. There's the playing of the national anthems ahead of game number 3 of the WHL Championship Series, and the first home game for Edmonton since winning Game 7 against the Calgary Hitmen. Well, he had 38 goals in the regular season, 9 more in these playoffs, and Curtis Lazar is standing by right now with our own Alana Nolan.
Curtis, you got the split in Portland to get home ice advantage. What do you need to do now to keep it?
I mean, get our home fans in it. Like you said, we got the split there, but we're looking forward to getting Game 3 here under our belt.
The power play has been struggling. How do you get it going here tonight?
I'll just keep it simple. I mean, we've been close on our chances, just a matter of getting pucks on net.
Thanks, Curtis. Good luck.
Thanks.
Dan and Bill.
Starting goalies for Jack Lynx. In the WHL, there's 72 games in a regular season for each team. This is Matt Carew's 72nd playoff game. 46 wins, 23 losses, all time. His 15th appearance in a championship series. Laurent Brossoit in his 10th finals game played. He's 5-4 all time in the WHL final. A .963 save percentage in the first 2 rounds. He's settled in right now at .942. There's your referees, Devin Klein and Reagan Vetter. And on the lines, Nathan Van Oosten, Scott Sharon. And away we go from Edmonton. It's game number 3 for the Ed Chenoweth Cup. And the Oil Kings in white win the opening face-off. And it's Legault who chops it into Portland territory. Caruth in his trapezoid. Plays it over on the far boards. That went on B. Champlain out to center. Shot back in, and the Winterhawks are right back out with it. And that is Joey Baker trying to get it through the neutral zone. D. Champlain giving chase against Gernat. D. Champlain tries to center it. Gernat broke that up. And he'll skate with it a little bit before dishing it off over there to Samuelson. Henrik Samuelson in over the line as he puts it to the corner. Legault will give chase, and he's given a good jolt by Taylor Peters. Pitching on that far side is Musil for Edmonton. And now back at the net for Portland. They'll backhand it up the boards, but Foster knocked it down initially. Winterhawks get it out on the second try. Foster misses the pass at center, and there's Seth Jones handling the puck for the first time in Edmonton. In fact, the first time in Alberta, as Foster brings the puck in over the blue line. St. Croix now, quick shot, that went wide. There's David Musil handling it from the right point. As he puts it behind the net, Pouliot gets possession of it for Portland. Pouliot paired with Seth Jones, and there's Jones with the puck right now. Pouliot once more. Fans respond. As Calda hit Jones in over the blue line. Here is Delio with a shot, and Brossoit makes the first save of Game 3.
Well, you see the shot, the first shot of the game tonight. Well, you take a look at what's happened between these two teams. Quite a difference in the shot total there. The 72 for the Portland Winterhawks, 45 for the Oil Kings. One power play goal. That is surprising, and I agree with you, Dan. That might be the difference in this series ultimately.
Offensive zone face-off, and Nick Patan out there right now. He's got 9 goals in these playoffs. Patan does, behind Raddy's 16. On any other team, 9 looks glorious. 16 looks pretty darn good, too, for Portland as that puck is shot in. And then the winner for the Oil Kings get it out. And in full flight there is Awanek. He puts it in, gets chased. Witkowski gets there first. Awanek fell on his own. Gets back up again and tries to hit Patan, who ducks away. And not only that, comes up with the puck for Portland. Switches it back. Dylan Ruck on the forecheck trying to check Pouliot. Ruck comes up with the puck ever so briefly. And there's Leipzig now for Portland. Leipzig to defenseman Rutkowski in over the blue line as he's jumped in to put that shot on goal. And Raddy looking for a rebound. Can't get it. Ty Raddy on the ice right now. 1 goal shy of the all-time record being tied for goals career in a playoff. Is it right there? Nope. It's blocked by Dylan Ruck as it hit his stick. Goes back up to Pouliot. Pouliot over here to Rutkowski. Rutkowski puts it behind, or at least to the corner, as Leipzig now drops it back for Rutkowski. That's a good job there by Mraz to poke it out to the center ice area. Rutkowski and Ruck collide as Pouliot brings the puck back in over the Edmonton line, trying to stick handle his way through, but Lazar breaks that one up. Plays it up towards Samuelson. Peters has it now for Portland. Peters shoots the puck in. It bounces to Brossoit. He just backhands it to the far corner. Portland trying to complete a line change here. That allowed Edmonton a little chance at least to get out of their own zone. And there's Peters lining up Samuelson. In over the blue line. Here comes Seth Jones. Seth Jones shot. And that goes off Mayo, who's broken his stick. And we've got a Portland player hurt in the center ice area. Peters just now making his way to the bench. So a couple things going on there. Peters is at the bench, but it looks none the worse for wear at this particular point, but he sure took the worst of the collision out at the neutral zone. Now it's Samuelson and Iverson collide over on the far side. Legault lost the puck, and Jones sends it back in again. Pretty good pace here to start Game 3. The only thing that's different is the crowd. It's way quieter than it was in Portland. What do they say about the Canadian fans? They cheer when you give them something to cheer, and vice versa in the United States. Maybe that's stereotypical, but that seems to be the way so far here. As Calda has the puck. Calda gets it to Foster. Rolled off the stick, and Rutkowski has it now for the Winterhawks. Rutkowski flips it all the way down to the Edmonton zone. There's no icing as Cody Corbett goes back to get the puck. What have we had so far? Just the one whistle? Calda in over the line. Here's TJ Foster shooting! And that hit Caruth and it bounced right back out towards Foster, but he couldn't get a clear shot on his own rebound. Gernat has it go off his stick to Champlain. Good job to get it out for Portland, and then Bjorkstrand checked by Mraz. Didn't know if Mraz was going to take the body or the puck. He took the latter, and here comes Rutkowski in over the line for Portland. He dishes it off. Delio shot well wide of the Edmonton net, and it all goes off the backboards to Mraz. And he's easily able to skate it out to center, and then he's hit. And Lear in transition gets it to Bjorkstrand in over the line. He chips it off the boards, pass low into the corner, and throws it in front. Lear shoots, scores! Portland opens the scoring with Taylor Lear at 4:39 of the first period, beating Brossoit. The Winterhawks lead 1-0.
Taylor Lear, before he entered the Edmonton zone was in a little bit of a pushing match. He was in a little bit of a confrontation with a Edmonton Oil King player, but as the Winterhawks do so well, I think you'll see 20 here. He gets in a bit into it right there. He's going to come back. He's going to go back at Wannock. Look at him. And then he realizes, hey, wait a minute, I got to get into play. Goes to the top of the slot area, takes a perfect feed, and buries the puck for a 1-0 Portland lead.
And that was Oliver Bjorkstrand who made that pass from the corner to get it out to Lear. And here's the announcement of the goal.
13 points scored by number 20, Taylor Lear. The assist to number 27, Oliver Bjorkstrand. Time to goal, 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Winterhawks goal, Lear.
Lear making it 1-0 again, opening the scoring here for the Portland Winterhawks. You talked about the Bjorkstrand pass. It was a terrific play to get it to him. There's the shot. Maybe that's one. I don't know if it's deflected on the way or not. Patan thinks he might have got a piece of it. I'm not totally sure, but it doesn't much matter. Maybe one Brossois might have liked back. But you know, for Travis Green, what a fantastic season he's had. But it's all about the hurdle he's facing right now. In the last two Western Hockey League finals, Dad, Portland and Kootenay and Edmonton, his team is 1-5 on the road. They have to get a road win to win this series, and it all starts tonight right here in Edmonton.
And a good start for Portland with the game's first goal. As it's brought in over by Legault, his shot goes wide. When scoring first in the playoffs, Portland has a 10-2 record this year. Ratty chips it, but not out. Oil Kings jumping on the puck. Here's Lowe moving in. Lowe shoots, and that's a good block by Rutkowski, who gets the puck, and now he gets it to Leipzig. In transition, here they come. Ratty leading the way. Offside in too soon is Nicholas Patan.
Well, the Lear shot definitely ended up going on the net. Whether it was tipped or not, we'll take one more look, see if we can tell on the end zone. There's the good forecheck. What a pass. Watch 9 in front of the net. You know, kind of,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, did I say Patan? I'm sorry, Delio. I don't know. He acts like he might have touched it. Not too sure, but it really doesn't matter. Any Winterhawk will take it.
Maybe he was just happy.
Yeah, no, and rightfully so.
Seth Jones gets the puck out to center, and then it's chipped in by Iverson. Can you hear a pin drop in here right now, Bill?
Yeah, it's really
what a contrast.
Yeah, further to your point, Canada, they cheer as a reward. In the U.S., we've noticed it. We love it no matter what American league you're in. They cheer as an incentive, and it really is clearly a difference.
And right now, the Oil Kings need something to get their fans back in it in the early stages. There's Benson getting the puck. And now Sautner skates out with it for the Oil Kings. Sautner got it just inside over the line from Bertolucci. And now Hansen, lead pass. Here comes Delio. Knocked off stride and knocked nicely off the puck by Gernat. Lead pass for St. Croix. St. Croix putting on the brakes, throws it at the net, and Caruth turns it aside. St. Croix hasn't skated the last couple of days. Back out in the lineup for Edmonton. Cheek is not in the lineup. He's missed the entire series so far, and that's a big loss, just like Griffin Reinhardt is for Edmonton. There's a centering pass. And Bjorkstrand starts back the other way now for the Portland Winterhawks as he rolls it in. Lear gives chase against Mayo. Mayo does a nice switch, gets it to Corbett. Corbett tries to lug it out. St. Croix takes it from him. Mayo banks it safely off the boards, down the ice. No icing. They waved that off. Caruth thought it should have been icing. They play on. Now it's tipped into the Edmonton zone. And Brossois at the side of the net leaves it. There's Kopech gobbling it up. He gets it out here. And a quick shot just went wide of the net. That was taken by Joey Baker. Kopech throws a check in the corner. Portland with the early goal and the early carrying of the play as we're 7.5 minutes into the first period of game number 3. Foster starts back for Edmonton. He knocks it off the boards deep into the Portland zone. Dylan Ruck and Mitch Marat is trying to come up with it, but it's the Winterhawks who do. Kopech gets it out to center. And now a race for the puck. Lowe might be beaten here. That's going to be icing, I guess. Now we've got something going on the benches too. Or the icing, I guess they don't want the quick change. That's it. So the referee making sure the right players are on the ice.
Coach Laxdal talks about, creating their own energy. They got to thrive on the crowd here, as the Winterhawks did in Portland, and that's always a little tougher when you don't have as loud a building as you did here in Portland. But he says if they just sit back and defend, especially that transition game, they're going to get stung. And, you know, for a part of this first period, the shots are 4-4 at this point. You do see some of this Laxdal team trying to get on the transition, trying to move it into the offensive zone with a little bit of speed.
He says that the last couple of days have been pretty welcome for their team. He knows they got to win, but he thought they had very little zip in their game in game number 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond tonight in terms of that energy level and being in sync with their passes. Lazar gets it to Samuelson, and that shot into the corner, well away from Peru. That's obviously a game plan. There's a check by Lazar as he hit Wotherspoon. Legault trying to keep it in, but no. Here comes Nicholas Patan, 2-on-1 with Ratty. Ratty takes the pass, shoots and scores! Ty Ratty has just tied the Western Hockey League all-time record for playoff career goals, and he has made it 2-0 Portland in game number 3.
You know, you watch Stefan Legault here. We talk about puck pursuit, getting on it, being around it. Travis Green says you don't have to always be on it. You got to be around it. Look how quickly that puck is stripped from Legault. 1, 2, 3, 4 Edmonton Oil Kings chasing that puck. And when Ratty's got it, when they're coming out of their own zone in this position here, and you're in chase mode, you haven't got a chance, folks. You haven't got a hope. That was just, again, getting right in the face of Legault, coming up the ice as a group, and making sure you bury it. I think that went maybe off the goalpost and in.
Patan gets the first assist, and we'll see who gets the second assist. There is no second assist. 8:14 the time of the scoring play. Mark Peterson played for Medicine Hat between 1983 and 1988, and his record has been in the books since then until now. And now there's a 2-man all-time leader for goals for in WHL playoff history. Congratulations to Ty Ratty. What a player for this league, and what a playoff he's having with his 17th goal in 2013. That puck knocked down by Leipzig. More importantly for Portland, they're up 2-0, and they're looking to build to that as Leipzig tries to go all the way past Mayo. Leipzig fell or was taken down. Mayo gets the puck. There's Ratty out to the blue line. Pouliot's got it. Pouliot now for Hansen. Long shot. That bounces off a leg to the corner. Ratty's got it. As he spins off the boards, he puts it behind the net for Leipzig. Patan's there as well, but Musil gets the puck. Musil, his pass behind Foster, and he's got to go back into his own zone. Mayo, or deep behind his own net for Mayo. Then Foster gave up the puck. Ratty's got it. There's Leipzig. Leipzig gets the stick on it. Now it's Ratty once more in this corner. All Portland right now as it's backed out to the blue line. Hansen puts it behind the net. Leipzig throws it in front, and Patan can't get his stick on it. Patan's got it once more. Oil Kings look like they're skating in cement on this shift, as that puck is thrown in front of the net and then banked off the boards out to center. 5 or at least 4 of the Oil Kings get off the ice. No icing there as Hansen goes back to get the puck. Hansen out to the neutral zone, and here comes Peters in over the line. Peters going wide on low. Peters stops. There's the drop pass, and there's the shot from McPherson. It goes off a stick of Iverson off the target. Iverson collects it once more for the Winterhawks. There's Kopech now from back of the net. Kopech trying to kick it with his skate, and then he gets it on his stick, and he's jamming at the puck, and Kopech still whacking at it. So is Peters, and it's held out by Edmonton. Oil Kings, Benson up to Ruck. Back towards Benson, but the pass a little bit behind him. Now Portland reorganizes just inside their line. Peters chips it in. Back to get it is Corbin. Corbin. Now for Keegan Lowe. Up it goes to Baddock. Baddock to Benson. Benson to Baddock. Baddock to Benson. He can't get the shot away. And Gernat will backhand it back deep inside the Portland zone. 8:45 to go in the first period. The shots are 7-4 for the Winterhawks as Bjorkstrand goes into the corner. He set up the game's first goal by Lear. Ratty's got the other one. 2 goals, 4 minutes apart, giving the Winterhawks the early lead and edge in game number 3. Seth Jones' pass. That goes off Filio. Gernat gets it. Here's Curtis Lazar trying to wind things up for the Oil Kings. Lazar shoots it in. Legault will give chase. Legault with 3 assists in game number 1. Has the puck. Throws it in front. A quick shot. And another one at the side of the net by Samuelson. Doesn't get through. Lazar bodied. Samuelson gets it. He tries to get it down low for Legault. Legault from back of the net. Wotherspoon checking Lazar. It's a hard work in the corner. There's Lazar getting it out towards the line. Gernat and Lear breaks that one up. Gernat has to go back into the neutral zone.
Great job by Lear to get back to the blue line and do exactly that. You know what, Dan, you're almost just as impressed with the Portland Winterhawks defensive play at this point in this game that they lead 2-0. Very, very committed to play without the puck.
Musil has it. Gets it to Samuelson. Samuelson can't get it out. Patan knocks it down. Here's Leipzig moving in for a shot. That goes off low to the corner. Now Samuelson once more. Lead pass up to Miraz, but off a stick. Well, we talked about it in game number 2. They are just pounding the puck once again. They're just all over it, Portland is, whenever they get that chance. I guess it's been that way all year for them as Miraz tries to wrap around. Iwana gets it to Miraz and he escapes, but he gets a backhand away. Patan gets it for Portland. And around the boards it goes to Leipzig. You were remarking about the power play differential in our pregame meal tonight. Well, Portland seems to have the puck so much, it's hard for them not to have way more power plays than be shorthanded.
Yeah, again, on both sides of the puck, it's been very, very impressive. And, you know, I mentioned it earlier. I want to say it again. Travis Green says you don't have to be on the puck all the time. That's hard to do. He wants his guys to be around the puck. Dan, we could do a highlight film of all the times that the Portland Winterhawks are around an Edmonton Oil King who's got the puck.
Pouliot moves in and a shot. How about time of possession? I wish they kept that stack. But so far, in the first 13 minutes, it feels like Portland's had it for 12. It's 2-0 Winterhawks in the first period of Game 3 on Shaw.
On the Oil Kings bench with head coach Derek Laxall. Not the start you wanted. How do you calm things down and get on that scoreboard?
Well, we got to get some offensive zone time. We're getting in there, then they're breaking out cleanly. We got to have more pressure on them, and we got to be better on our own end. A couple turnovers end up in our net.
How would you evaluate how your team has played? What are some of the positives so far?
Well, we're trying to play a little bit of energy and play a little more physical here, but we've got to just settle down here a little bit, let the lures get out, and just play hockey.
Thanks for this, coach.
All right, thank you.
Dan and Bill.
Well, here is the Ratty record-setting goal, folks. Here he comes. There's the shot. There it is. It's 2-0, most importantly, I'm sure. But, boy, you just cannot keep Ratty off the scoring string. You know that Ty Ratty, Dan, his last 38 playoff games, he's got 36 goals coming into tonight. This kid has got 5 playoff hat tricks the last 2 seasons. Just an amazing player, and I said this earlier, probably, I think a lot of people would agree, the greatest Portland Winterhawk to ever put that jersey on. It's just an amazing guy. St. Louis has got quite a player. They took him in round 2 in 11.
Jones puts the puck back at the net. Champlain trying to work it in front. Lazar has it now. Lazar gets it to Legault. Legault tries to chip it in. Cannot. Peters in transition starts back. Lazar the other way, can't get it. There's Sautner and Gernat. One of the things Derek Laxall talked about in game number 2 or afterwards is that a lot of the Edmonton passes were in skates and they just were out of sync, whereas Portland's were on the tape all night long, and it's all it takes. I mean, they just couldn't get it going. And so far there's been sort of a pickup from where we left off from an Edmonton standpoint and from a Portland standpoint. Again, as we went to break, kind of being facetious about time of possession, but it just seems Portland has the puck on the stick for most of this entire first period.
There it is again. Very
rare giveaway, and a shot on goal is stopped. It's maybe the best Edmonton chance, but Ruth handled it easily. Now here's a chance for Portland at the side of the net. Another chance, and it goes into the goal crease area, and that is stopped by goaltender Brossois, and he holds on to stop the play.
It doesn't happen very often, but Troy Rutkowski's on a bit of pressure. Not enough to turn that puck over. He's backing up. He gets a little bit of help there on the bump, and he tries to get it up to the blue line area. It is a turnover, but one chance, that's it. Here it is, the shot saved by Caruth. The rebound easily picked up and cleared. Nice job by the Winterhawks of clearing that loose puck in front of the goal.
So 4:54 now remain in the first period. There you look at Troy Rutkowski, 37th captain in the long history. He's got 42 points in his career. That puts him 5 behind Glenn Wesley for the Winterhawks in terms of defenseman point getters playoff history.
Last game that he missed, Dan, was January 2nd, 2010. Been a real workhorse for this Portland team.
That's one miss in 4 years, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Puck shot in, Pouliot puts it behind the net. Rutkowski can't come up with it. It goes over there to Cody Corbett. Corbett trying to move the puck. Mayo has it. Mayo shoots, stop, rebound in front of the net, and that goes wide, and they're bouncing at the puck, or at least swiping at the bouncing puck. There's Calda now with it. Calda spinning off the corner boards, tries to work it in front, intercepted, and Lear gets possession. Lear gets it up, and here comes Rutkowski back for Bjorkstrand. He shoots and scores! Bjorkstrand makes it 3-0 for the Portland Winterhawks. Bjorkstrand just got right in deep and made a clever move with 4:12 to go in the first period. The Winterhawks are in full command.
Dan, look at the difference in attack by these two hockey clubs. Show you Edmonton first. Mayo's going to get that puck at the blue line. He's the 16-year-old defenseman. Here's the shot. Look how hard they got to battle to find that puck. Foster can't get it. Bounces around the net. Well, how about going the other way? This is the way the Winterhawks do it. They come off the rush. They get guys in deep. They get in behind the defense. Great speed, great anticipation. Terrific feed by Rutkowski there. And Bjorkstrand makes it 3-0 Portland.
And here they come looking for another one. That goes wide of the net. And the shot goes wide again as Peters got his own rebound. So Rutkowski and Lear get the assists. And we were just talking about Rutkowski, so he moves now 4 behind Glenn Wesley for all-time Portland defenseman scoring. So 1 a period for the Winterhawks, and it's 3 goals on 10 shots, which is not the save percentage that Laurent Brossois is used to having. Not sure how many of those 3 he'd like back, if any, but knowing him, all 3. As Wotherspoon gloves it down. If you thought it was quiet at the start of the game, it's ultra quiet right now. Here's Samuelson trying to bring some noise into the building. He cannot. Patan takes it off his stick, goes around the boards, and the Winterhawks are going to get it out. And that is Bittner flipping it, and now picked up by the Winterhawks in transition. Patan waiting for Raddy to get on side, so he had to go for a skate. Again, look at this puck possession. They just continue to have it. Here's Leipzig going in. Leipzig, what a move! And then he fell or was taken down. No call, as Leipzig made a great move but couldn't get the shot away as he was upended. Caruth can't block it, but the Winterhawks are on it once more. Have you ever seen a period like this, Bill, where there is one team dominating the puck possession like this team?
Yeah, very, very few times. I've never seen it in the playoffs.
They just seem to have it on a string right now.
Look at Pouliot with it. Just so much time, keeps it in. I mean, he's got 30 feet of space everywhere. Every Portland Winterhawk, when they get pucks, they get loose pucks, there's a lot of time, a lot of space.
And when the Oil Kings get it, a lot of that, just dumping it, trying to make something happen. Samuelson thinks that he got something to fit. Well, he probably did. Arm is in the air. And there'll be a penalty coming up here. Some of the Winterhawks seem to be telling the referee that he might be selling it, but it's going to be a Pouliot penalty for high sticking.
Yeah, Derek Pouliot, you know, he gets in deep, and when you go in deep, you're trying to keep puck possession. He gets a stick up right in the face of Samuelson, and you know, with Pouliot, again, the more he touches the puck earlier, I think the better that he is. He kind of gets a comfort level when he gets, you know, when he gets touches early, and you know, I thought he was just terrific in the game the other night in Portland, and he's really good at sensing, seeing where the Portland Winterhawk forwards are with that, especially with that back pressure.
All right, so here's the 0 for last 24 power play. needing to get that going and needing to get some noise in the building as well. Maybe a late momentum push by Edmonton. Samuelson to ruck, back to Samuelson. Samuelson knocked off his stick, and Lear, short-handed, gets it out. Here's Peters moving in. Peters in on Foster. Peters on his backhand, and then Mraz took his man down. Peters staying in there, and he comes up with the puck once more. Here's Foster now for Edmonton as he hits the red line. Foster puts it deep to Lazar. Now Ratty has it. When's the last time the Oil Kings were down 3 goals in the first period in their own rink of a playoff game?
And their home ice playoff first period scoring is 30-5. They've given up 3 here.
They've almost matched the 5.
Exactly.
That's unbelievable. So it's a foreign place for the Oil Kings to be right now, down 3 in the first in their own building. And here's a break the other way. It's Ty Ratty going in once more. Ratty puts on the break, throws it in front, and it's intercepted. Ratty just couldn't get the angle or the speed on that puck. Otherwise, he might have had a better scoring chance. There he is with the puck right now, taking his time to shoot it down the ice. Just 25 seconds left in the power play. Half a minute to go in the first period. Cody Corbett. Now to Gernat. Well, when you're trailing, you look slower. There's no question about it. And right now, the Oil Kings look slow. Ice is heavy for them right now, and not much is happening. Derek Laxdal, I thought the word nervousness was interesting. There's a lead pass. A wanted shot goes off the target. You wouldn't necessarily think his team would be nervous in this situation. As the horn sounds, what do you think, Bill?
Well, what can you say? It's 10-8 shots on goal, but scoring chances were probably triple to what Edmonton got. And as you said, all period long, time of possession, a marvelous thing here for first period for the Winterhawks.
3-0 after 1 as we go to WHL Central. Here's Andy Neal.
All right, thanks very much, Dan and Bill. We will hear from Sam Cosentino from Rogers Sportsnet after we hear from Henrik Samuelsson of the Edmonton Oil Kings. And inside the WHL with Peter Loubardias, a strong start to the opening period for the Portland Winterhawks in Game 3 with a 3-0 lead here on the WHL On Show.
There's the officials coming out. Portland Winterhawks lead Edmonton 3-0. The suspended head coach and general manager is Mike Johnson. He said in an interview this week, if you cannot pass the puck at high speed or receive the puck at high speed, then you're probably not going to play for the Portland Winterhawks.
Our highlights will show you that. Exactly right. This is exactly what this hockey club does. They push the pace. They get up the ice really, really quick. And here they set this first goal up with back pressure. That's on the back check, folks. Take it wide. Buy yourself some time and space. 21 Iwanek, top of the screen. He's got to get Bjorkstrand, or Lear rather, or that pass comes all the way out perfectly to him. There's a shot. That made it 1-0. Samuelson was talking about getting your F3 guy high. 28 is Gernat. He goes in on the pinch on the right side of your screen. Legault, number 7, tries to back him up. But watch how he's stripped of the puck. Way they come. You want to pass that puck at top speed? Here it is. There's a shot. That made it 2-0. Well, you know, Edmonton tries to get something going around the net. They get a little bit of a flurry. That's the best flurry they had, the best chance they had. The Portland Winterhawks come the other way. Watch this. Count them, Dan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Winterhawks inside the circle. You better pass that puck. You better come up the ice in a hurry. Watch how they separate. They transition from those 5 guys in the circle to this play coming up the ice. What a goal by Bjorkstrand. Terrific, unbelievable first period for the Portland Winterhawks.
And there's your summary, and there's your shots. Lear, Ratty, and Bjorkstrand. And as we start this period, teams are at full strength. Edmonton had a late first period power play, didn't generate much off that in the way of scoring chance. And so the Oil Kings are now mired in a 0 for 25 power play slump. Legault gets it to Lazar. Let's see what the first few minutes of this period bring for Edmonton. Sautner for the line. His shot goes off the target. D. Champlain His line started the first period. He's out there to start this second period. Wotherspoon flips it around the board. Seth Jones with one hand on it, just knocks it casually off the board, out to the neutral zone. Now that's offside at the Edmonton line.
What you notice most about Seth Jones is how stabilizing he is back there on defense. You know, you kind of feel there's order in the universe in the Portland zone when he's on the ice. Everything just breathes easier. You can just sense it. There's no gasping. There's no panicking. It's all good when Jones is on the ice, and that's what the pros see when they look at this kid play. There's never panic when he's out there. Sure, you're going to make some mistakes. He's an 18-year-old kid playing his first year in this league, but you know, he just makes so many good, safe plays.
Let's go down to Alana Nolan.
Well, thanks, guys. I had the chance to talk to assistant coach Steve Hamilton before the game, or before the period, and I asked him what the message was in the dressing room, and all he would say is, it wasn't PG. So let's see if that colorful talk sparks something here in the Oil Kings in the second period.
And it's not a team that has been involved in too many of those dressing room discussions over the last couple of years. The Edmonton Oil Kings lost their very first two series of the playoffs to Calgary and to Red Deer, but they've won 7 consecutive series since then. Find themselves down 3 goals here, but here's a chance at the side of the net, and a shot blocked by Caruth, who still hasn't had to make a tough save in this game. Bjorkstrand brings the puck inside the Edmonton line, gets it back again. He threw it in front enough a leg. St. Croix gets it for Edmonton, puts it out to center ice. Rutkowski chips it forward. Bjorkstrand trying to catch up with the puck, cannot. There is Ruck with it. Ruck gets it to St. Croix. St. Croix lead pass to TJ Foster as he hits the line. He backhands it in deep. Caruth plays it to Pouliot. Pouliot plays it to Rutkowski. Rutkowski plays it to DeLeo, and just like that, they're out of their own zone. And all the way back inside behind the Edmonton net, and they're pounding onto the puck right there, ever so briefly, as Leipzig now angled off his man, but gave it right to Calda, and Calda starts back for Edmonton. Calda makes a move, trying to go around Jones. His sharp angle shot through the goal mouth. Mraz gets it now to Calda. There's Leipzig flipping it out for Portland. Musil trying to chip it forward. Calda going in, another sharp angle shot through the goal mouth. David Musil still without a goal in these playoffs. Not that they're looking for goals from him, but they need some from somebody right now. Maybe somebody unlikely. Musil kicks it forward. Wotherspoon has it for the Winterhawks. Brought in, and Leipzig will give chase to the corner. Leipzig, another sharp angle shot. That's stopped by Bourgeois. Mraz has it checked by Ratty. Ratty throws it in front. Hard pass off this near side wall. Leipzig plays it to Patan. Patan, head up, back to the blue line. Wotherspoon shooting in, and that goes wide of the net. Seth Jones waits for it at this side. Jones gets it to Ratty. Ratty back to Jones. Jones, quick shot onto Bourgeois, and there is no rebound.
Oliver Bjorkstrand's been just terrific for this hockey club in Portland. Led all Western Hockey League rookies in scoring. He was very reluctant to leave Denmark. He played with his brother. He was coached by his dad. He's number 27, and what a nice feel he has around the net. There was probably a sign that he was going to be pretty good this year when he led all the Portland Winterhawk players in scoring in the exhibition season, and has carried over beautifully into the regular season, and even more so now into the playoffs. Danny's really fortunate to be playing in Portland, benefiting with all the scouts coming to see, obviously, number 3, Seth Jones.
Bittner has the puck in the corner. Benson takes it off his stick, comes out to the line. Here's a quick shot on goal, and a big rebound right in front of the net, swept away by Benson. Got carried out by Benson as he leads Edmonton to center. And then on the back check, there's Peters once more breaking up another Edmonton rush. Whistle blows. We'll sort that out in a second. First, we want to remind you the WHL on Shaw is proud to recognize Travelodge as an official partner of the WHL. Travelodge, nice rooms, great people.
That's interesting when you look at the scoring after 2 plays between these two hockey clubs. Portland Winterhawks, 4 different goal scorers. There's not a player on the Winterhawks squad with more than 1 point coming into tonight's game. Edmonton, on the other hand, Stéphane Legault, 3 assists. Samuelson with 2 goals. Those are the 2 leading goal scorers for this Edmonton team. And Stefan Legault, for me, has been absolutely a big story the last 2 years in the playoffs. He's been a special 19-year-old.
That said, all that happened in game 1 as far as their offense is concerned, and the Edmonton Oil Kings have now gone 4.5 periods without scoring a goal. It's funny how that can build. The last 10 minutes of the 3rd period in game 1, all of game 2, the 1st period of game 3, the Oil Kings, the high-octane Oil Kings, without a goal. Iwanek and Petan on the face-off. There's Musil's shot. That's knocked down. Petan will start back. There's 4 Winterhawks leading this rush. Leipzig in over the line. Musil breaks it up, but it's loose in front, and Petan almost got a stick on it. Ratty being checked by Iwanek. Puck squirts free behind the net. Leipzig waits for it in this corner. It's right over there to Ratty. Petan parked himself at the side of the crease there. Low working Ratty over. Low not giving Ratty much room. Puck squirts free. Leipzig tries to get out with it. Calda taking off his stick, and then Bourgeois has no choice. He's just going to freeze it.
Take a look at the scoring here for the Edmonton Oil Kings. St. Croix with the 22 points. You know, this is a hockey club that's missed Trevor Cheek. No question about it. The amount of goals that Trevor Cheek can give this club, the offense that he kind of provides when he's out there, he's kind of, to me, a little bit like a Michelangelo. He just can't get up the ladder.
In this series right now, if you could hypothetically put one of them in the lineup, who do they miss more, Reinhart or Cheek?
Well, Reinhart gives you obviously those munching minutes that just are so valuable against a team that skates as well and dominates your offensive zone as much as this Portland team does. On the other hand, though, Trevor Cheek with that offense is something that's obviously sorely missed so far for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Portland has now scored 73 goals in these playoffs. Edmonton has scored 75. This is not much to choose going into this game. Now, the Winterhawks have only allowed 30, and the Oil Kings, as of this moment, have allowed 32 in these playoffs. Wotherspoon from the blue line puts it to the far corner. Mayo gets it to Dylan Ruck. Up for St. Croix. St. Croix will flip it in for Edmonton. Oil Kings still looking for their first shot. Well, no, they got one in this period. The light bulb on the main clock is down. I couldn't see if that was an 8 or a 9, but the end zone one says they have 9 shots on goal. Iverson out to center it goes. Kopak brings the puck in over the line. Kopak takes a shot, gets a rebound, or Iverson tries to, but it hops over his stick, and St. Croix gets it a Ruck. 4 Winterhawks right back there. Nowhere to go. Foster has to go to the corner. He's outnumbered, but he got it to St. Croix. He throws it into the slot. Bjorkstrand waits for it there. Bjorkstrand with 2 chances to move it. There's a third, and finally it comes out for Portland. Bjorkstrand will try to get it in deep, and it went over top his stick. Lear off the player's bench. Broken up by Dylan Ruck. Ruck will shoot it in. He too heads to the bench on a line change.
And one forechecker like Samuelson there, it's not going to get it done. You got to come in certainly more than one. And really what Edmonton's got to do is get pucks deep in behind the defenseman. The Portland defense have to be going back for it.
Like maybe right here, Lazar right in, and there's Caruth holding his ground. That was a good rush up the ice by Lazar, and a good holding the fort by Caruth. Lazar doesn't get that shot away. Not sure if he was trying to pass it to Samuelson or not. There's a pass for Samuelson, but it's in his skates. Lazar can't give chase, and it's out to center. 3-0 Portland nearing the 6-minute mark of period number 2 as Seth Jones goes back to get it. He switches it back this side, but right to Legault. That's maybe another thing they want to get going is some of the physical play, because it's been a pretty tame game so far.
Well, the point, like I said, Dan, they can't get it back into the wall, the back wall, where they can get those one-on-one battles with the defense. If this puck is dumped in here.
Here's Samuelson.
Back check. Look at that. Back pressure. Unbelievable.
Leipzig now with Petan. Leipzig cuts to the middle. Ratty shot, and that goes off the target. And it hit the corner boards and bounces out to center ice. He joined us late. Ratty is tied tonight, Mark Peterson, for all-time career goals. He's on top of the list, tied. Might this be the night he takes over sole possession as well on that list. Calda. Now Iwanek has it go ahead of him, and Rutkowski back to collect the puck. Rutkowski to Pouliot. Pouliot knocks it off the boards. There's Mirage with it. He backhands it deep, and Pouliot will start the other way. We have a delayed penalty. It's going to be on Edmonton, but Matt Cruz doesn't seem to know it because he hasn't gone to the bench until now, and that's too late because the whistle's blown. Nonetheless, Portland will have their first power play of game number 3.
Matt Carruth, you can't blame him a little bit maybe for being asleep in the net, watching his team. Sometimes you get pretty mesmerized by what is happening on the ice. Mirage with the penalty. Took forever to get Carruth out of the net. That for me, Mitch Mirage has got to, you know, and I know that he's probably struggling this himself, but he can't get, you know, he can't get down on him. He's played 18 games. He's got 1 goal. That was game 1 Medicine had at Edmonton, and he still wants to do the things that he has to do to help his hockey club win, and it's exactly what he tried to do there. Bring that physical component.
Delio takes the face-off, loses it. Edmonton, that was the one edge they really had in the first period. They actually won a lot of the face-offs. Won that one there as the puck goes back. Sautner gets the puck. There's Seth Jones. Seth Jones out near the line. Got it back down there to Bjorkstrand. Corbett working that over as well. And they continue to scrum away there in the corner. Finally comes out to the neutral zone. And here comes Seth Jones in over the goal line. Seth Jones drops it back. Delio to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon to Seth Jones. Jones gets it back to Delio. Passes over here to Wotherspoon. There's Jones winding up. Wrong shot. That goes off the target. Delio can't get a stick on it, but Seth Jones controls at the point. Jones now to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon to Jones. Dishes it off. Delio moves in for a shot. And as that deflects out of play, we'll tell you this power play is presented by Papa John's. Go online to papajohns.com tomorrow and enter promo code WHL50 to power save on your next order. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Delio's mom started him in T-ball. She said it wasn't exciting. It was kind of like watching paint dry. Then he became a goalie in hockey. She said that was boring also. Now he's a forward. Never, ever did the Delio family think they would send him away at 15 and a half years old to play in the Western Hockey League. And his mom said she still moves his feet watching him play, wanting to help him skate. But he's been a pretty good little 17-year-old hockey player. 15 minutes from the beach at La Mirada, California.
That's a mother's instinct.
Oh, is it ever, huh? Go,
cool.
go, help you.
Exactly. Life thing. Imagine her in minor hockey watching.
Yeah.
I see that with my little guy. All the parents trying to remote control their child. Behind the net, Musil gets the puck for Edmonton. Pouliot from the point. Pouliot gets it down to Ty Ratty. Ratty dishes it off. There's Rutkowski taking the shot. That hits Samuelson. He doesn't know where it is. It's in his equipment. Then it comes down. He swats it out for Edmonton. Penalty coming to an end. Both teams are going to be 0 for 1 on the power play. The Winterhawks in this series have had more power plays. They are now 1 for 12 with the man advantage. Imagine if they've been doing some damage with the power play. Here's a lead pass up for TJ Foster. Foster. Dylan Ruck scores! If ever there was a much-needed goal, you just saw it there from an Edmonton standpoint. They're on the board. They now trail by 2.
Ty Ratty going down that right wing is going to cut into the neutral ice area. I think he gets stripped of the puck. That's him, number 8 there. Good job on Ratty, and this is good transition by Edmonton. Ratty coming back hard on the back check, kind of lets up a little because everything's sort of soft on his side of the ice. But 2 good passes, one there and one more there, finishes play off. It's exactly what Edmonton needed. It was a very pretty play that resulted from their transition that happened at the Portland blue line.
Michael St. Croix from Dylan Ruck and TJ Foster at 9:13. Right after the power play kill. So we'll now have some buzz in the building. Something to cheer about for the home fans. We'll see if they can build from there. And for Michael St. Paul, that's his 19th career playoff goal. Here's a chance for Lazar, and it's chipped off his stick by Caruth. That would have made it the noisiest building of the night. Still might be as Gernat shoots it, and that was blocked. Edmonton with their best pressure of the night. Up to the line, Lazar holds it in. Gernat winds up for a shot. That goes way up high after it hit something. Wotherspoon gets it now. And it's flipped out and out of play, but it hit something, so there's no penalty, but the faceoff will go back. 9:48 to go. It's the second period. It's game 3, and St. Croix has Edmonton on the board.
On the Portland Winterhawks bench with head coach Travis Green. Travis, how has your team executed your game plan so far tonight?
We've been good so far. I thought our first period was real good. Edmonton came hard. We kind of weathered the storm, but I like our puck management so far. We got a half a game still, so we got a long way to go.
What was your priority to the team after the first period?
We just had to keep our pace high, keep our compete high. You know Edmonton's going to push hard this 20.
Thanks for that.
All right, thanks.
Dan and Bill?
And the Oil Kings do a pretty good job of running Ty Ratty out of room here. He's going to come into that spot, lose the puck, and Corbett, good up the ice pass. That's Ruck. That's moving it up the way you want. There's Foster. Again, cross ice to Ruck to St. Croix. Boy, there's about 5 touches in what? 30 seconds after that, Samuelson's going to fall down and sweep that puck to Lazar. And definitely, Caruth might have been sleeping early in that first period when he couldn't get out of the net on a delayed penalty, but he was certainly awake on that play and had to be to keep it a 3-1 Portland lead.
Yeah, that goal is the Oil Kings, what we know them to be when they're on their game. The question is, are they going to be allowed to be on their game? Will Portland allow them to make any more plays like that, or many more plays? 3-1 hockey game halfway through the second period. Pouliot controlling and gets it over to Rakowski. Broken up by Lowe as Leipzig would try to get it in. Dylan Ruck and Pouliot collide. Back to the net, Foster and Patan battling now. They'll try this side. Leipzig goes in. Lucille peels back. Lucille now holding that blue line for that pinch in, but not for long, and Leipzig starts back. Leipzig in over the line, shoots! And that's stopped by Brossois. That's not unlike the play he scored on in game number 2.
Very true, Dan. The difference, those two there, was it was 1-on-4. That's a whole different red-shirted Portland Winterhawk team when they come in 1-on-4 or 1-on-1 like this. This should go.
Whoa! What a play by Leipzig. The other difference was Brossois kind of lost his net in game 2, but he didn't there. Delayed penalty coming up. We'll sort that out in just a second. I want to remind you the WHL and Shaw is proud to recognize Jack Links as an official partner of the WHL. Jack Links, feed your wild side.
Dan, what both teams did well, I think, in game 1 and game 2 in Portland, and it's so important to win at this level and higher, as they extended the lead. What Edmonton did in game 1, they had a 1-0 lead. They made it 2-0, then 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 eventually. And game 2, Portland 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. It's so hard to come back when a team extends the lead. 1-goal lead is easy. You're still in the hockey game. When you start getting a 2 or 3-goal lead, it makes that mountain awfully high to climb against especially the good teams.
Another Papa John's power play here for the Portland Winterhawks. 3-1, they lead it. Edmonton just had a little bit momentum. And now in the penalty box is Baddock. So second power play for Portland. There's Bjorkstrand. And there's Wotherspoon getting it over to Seth Jones. Jones off that half wall. Delio back to Jones. Shot tipped on the way by Bjorkstrand off the target. Bjorkstrand getting it again. Getting a little bit of room. Plays it over to Delio. Hops off the stick. Gets it back again. Seth Jones barely holds it in. 10,000 linesmen or so in the building say he didn't. There's a shot by Bjorkstrand. That's knocked down by Brossois. Another shot off the side of the net. Delio plays it nicely around the boards. Seth Jones anticipates, hustles over to get it. There's Wotherspoon now. Back for Jones. Jones winding up. Now Delio takes the pass. Back for Jones. Will he shoot it? Nope, not this time. Wotherspoon had it bounce off his stick. Goes around the boards. Delio and Jones. At that far side, it's Jones throwing it nicely into the slot to Bjorkstrand, to Delio, to Jones. Here's his shot wide. Rebound out of play, and that hit a stick. Or did it? They're having some discussion about it. play stoppage.
Now watch Bjorkstrand, number 27. He's going to have a fair amount of time. Now I know that he's a sniper, but he's got to find that puck in his feet. Now, wow, as I look at it from that standpoint, that's a goal scorer's release. Puck's in his feet, very quickly gets it to his stick and gets the shot. Sometimes you think that if you take a little too much time like that, you're not going to get that shot away. Bjorkstrand did a nice job there. I thought the Oil Kings had given him too much time. No, he just made a heck of a play.
40 seconds to go in this power play. Pouliot coming out of his own zone. As he weaves through the center ice area, Petan gets it to Ratty, in over the line. Ratty back to Rutkowski. Rutkowski here to Pouliot. As they pass it back and forth, Pouliot moves in, doesn't shoot it. Ratty's over that far circle, taking the pass right now. Back to Rutkowski. Leipzig standing in front. Petan's down in that right corner. Time for Petan to touch the puck. Let's see what he does with it. Back out here to Rutkowski. Petan, Pouliot, here's Ratty on this side now. Ratty throws it hard in front of the net, swept away, but right back to Pouliot. Pouliot shot off the target. Petan gets the puck. Penalty over. Centering pass, intercepted by Edmonton. Oil Kings have killed off 2 penalties tonight. Leipzig, though, keeps the puck inside the line for a moment, and Keegan Lowe will start back. Lowe's pass to Samuelson. Leipzig bodying him. Samuelson, hard pass over here to St. Croix. Sharp angle shot, and it's right on Caruth. Petan now has it. And there's Rutkowski. All kinds of room for the captain of the Winterhawks to bring it in over the line. There's Ratty going into space. Puts it behind the net for Leipzig. Petan's there. Petan on his backhand. Poked off his stick. Seth Jones on his backhand. Tries to get it down the boards. Intercepted by Cody Corbett. Now St. Claude gets it to center. And there's Leipzig having a hop over his stick. TJ Foster having it checked off his stick. And now a battle in the neutral zone, won by Foster. Foster dropped it back, but nobody home to take that pass. Kopak. Lead pass up for Iverson. Iverson, nice pass in front for Petan! That's a stop by Bourgeois. Petan gets the puck again. The fans are booing. I'll explain why they're not correct on that. There is a delayed penalty. They thought it was offside, but you're actually allowed to do what that Portland Winterhawk Iverson did. Precede himself over the line as long as he has possession. Don't know if we'll get a look at that or not. Here's Ratty, now to Jones. Delayed penalty. Ruth at the bench for the extra attacker as Edmonton touches up.
What a great shift by Nick Petan. Wow. Nice job in his own end to spring Rutkowski free on a breakout. And then, you know what? I thought he was out there forever. I thought it was a long, long shift. But Petan, number 19, so good at making things happen. Here he goes. He's going to go right to the front of the net with that puck. And, you know, that is definitely the best save that Bourgeois has made. I thought games 1 and 2, Dan, Laurent Bourgeois was the best Oil King on the ice. I think he was terrific in the 2 games in Portland.
So another power play, 3rd in a row for Portland. Cody Corbett in the box for high sticking. Well, that's the thing that Edmonton did better in the first period. They stayed out of the box, but they're not doing that here in the second period. And there's Lear on the wraparound. Wotherspoon. Here's DeLeo. Now Jones. Wotherspoon. Lear's down low. Bjorkstrand's in the slot. Here is Wotherspoon to Jones. A poor pass, but it ends up working out for Portland. That shot goes wide. Travis Iwanek gets it for Edmonton and clears it in the length of the ice. Jones in full flight. Shoots it in, and he'll give chase himself. Look at this guy play. He got that puck, got it nice and cleanly back to Leipzig. Took a hit from Keegan Lowe, though. Stays on his feet. DeLeo, now to Wotherspoon. Here's Seth Jones. Wotherspoon will switch places with Jones. Way out at the blue line. Are they going to work it down low? There's the one-timer by Bjorkstrand that doesn't materialize. And Jones back out here at center. You're right, though. Every time he's on the ice, it just seems calm for them. I know they're on the power play now.
He sense it, though. And he is a fast-first guy.
Look at this. Ratty now for Petan. That was the Leipzig back to Pouliot. Rutkowski moves in. Rutkowski now to Patan with a half a minute to go in this power play. Pouliot winds up for a shot. That's knocked down. Edmonton get it, cleared out to center ice. Patan in over the line. Leipzig's in the corner. Lazar and Leipzig battling. Lazar wins that battle nicely. Off his backhand though, doesn't get it out. Rutkowski read it beautiful. Now the puck goes out to center. Fans chanting, "We want a ref." There's two on the ice. Brought in over the line by Ratty. Now goes to Rutkowski. Gurnett has it. Edmonton is back at full strength, and here they come out of their own zone. Corbett brings it in. Corbett now to Gurnett. Shot, save, rebound, just out of the reach of Legault. Another chance from the far boards. Gurnett couldn't get a stick on it in front. Sautner tries to throw a check on Peters, missed him. Foster has it, but just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Only goal this period is Michael St. Croix halfway through, and has made it a 2-goal game. Peters in over the line. Iverson rolls it for Swan. He has no rebound to give up.
9.34 save percentage for Laurent Brossoit. Really, really nice numbers for being on the big stage. And as I said earlier, as good as he tended goal in Portland, I felt that, you know, he's really shown that he can be the backbone of a winning team. Career playoff save percentage, folks. 29 wins, 9.34. To me, that's very, very impressive, and not surprised at all that he ended up being last year's MVP of the WHL final.
Right behind Brossoit is the exit to the Portland dressing room, and that's where Wotherspoon just went off. I don't know if it's an equipment repair or an injury, but Wotherspoon has left the Portland bench, and he's gone to the dressing room area. Meantime, Winterhawks win a draw. Corbett has it go off a skate right to Brossoit, and he holds on.
Cody Corbett, talked about him and coming from Minnesota high school. A lot of teams, he'd be a top 4 defenseman, but he's got to get those special minutes now with Griffin Reinhardt out of the lineup. Him and Sautner really pressed into duty, and obviously we've talked a lot about 16-year-old Dyson Mayo.
Iverson and Iwanek battling in that corner. Comes free. Mitch Moroz has it for the Oil Kings. Pass up towards Calda, trying to split through. Cannot, as he was knocked off the puck by Sean McPherson, who's got to be pretty excited. Boy from Edmonton playing against his hometown team, wearing number 6 for Portland. There's Corbett. Shot through traffic. That might have hit McPherson or Iwanek. Iwanek gets it out to the line. Corbett throws it towards the slot area. Calda has it now. A little bit of pressure here by Edmonton, but then they hand it to Peters. Moroz and Peters battling for it. That puck is kicked over to McPherson. He plays it around the boards. Mayo on the pinch can't get there. Foster out at center ice with a minute and a half to go in the period. Shots are 21-15. That means Edmonton, or Portland's had 11 in this period. Here's a chance for Ruck. His shot knocked down, gets it back again, feeds it off. Shot on goal is stopped by Caruth as TJ Foster had that opportunity.
That whole little sequence for the Portland Winterhawks really showed you how well they commit to defense. There's going to be 3 chances that the Oil Kings get, and they're foiled at every one. Right here, there's pressure on the guy with the puck. There's pressure there, and where does that shot eventually come from? Pretty bad angle. You're not going to beat Caruth from that spot. Forcing pucks into spots that you really have no problem making that save. Really, really good defense by the Winterhawks.
Lear gets the puck for Portland, out to center. Keegan Lowe up for St. Croix. St. Croix takes a shot, and that's blocked away by Caruth. Ruck trying to get it in front to Foster, goes back to Lowe. Shot! Just missed the far corner. Lowe shooting that puck. Boy, would he like to get a goal as well in this series. He's got 1 in the entire playoffs and 15 during the year. Bjorkstrand goes in. There's Dylan Ruck. Keegan Lowe plays it around the boards, and here comes Ruck for Edmonton. It's a 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2, as Ruck brings it in for Foster in front of the net, and back for Ruck. He couldn't get the shot away. Portland clears it to the line, and Lear able to chip it out, put back in. Poked forward by Dylan Ruck. Can he come up with it? He does. A shot on goal is stopped by Caruth, as there was nowhere for Ruck to put that. And Lear gets it out to center. Here come the Hawks. Ratty leading the way. Ratty with Lear. There's the feather pass in front over top the stick of Lear. Burnett. Now Sontner has possession of the puck. And with 16 seconds to go, he's got a path out of his own zone. He fell, though, over the red line, and in transition, Portland trying to come back. They cannot. Legault has it. Here's Samuelson. You got to hurry. Legault, back it goes. Grenade in front. Oh, it's just tipped wide and off the side of the net. Then the horn will sound. Oh, boy, that would have been something. A near buzzer beater for Edmonton, but it's going to be a 2-goal lead, Bill, for Portland going to the third.
Yeah, that would have been a big lift, and you can see the reaction of a couple Edmonton Oil Kings looking skyward as they get that chance, and couldn't beat Max Ruth on that particular play. But again, as impressed as I am with the Portland Winterhawk offense, I am with their commitment to defense. But you feel the Edmonton Oil Kings are chipping away. Dan, they had a few chances that period that could have made a difference.
Indeed. So let's go over to Andy Neal as it's 3-1 Portland after 2.
All right, thanks very much, Dan and Bill. We'll hear from Nick Patan, the co-leader in WHL scoring during the regular season. He'll be with Alana Nolan. Inside the WHL with Peter Labardius and their NHL prospect profile tonight, Curtis Lazar of the Edmonton Oil Kings. Oil Kings get 1. They're down 2 through 2 on the WHL on show.
Diamonds.
Information, the phone number, best way to get tickets, go to SaskatoonBlades.com.
Well, we found him in the crowd, folks. There's Tyler Benson on your right, #1 overall draft pick in the Bantam draft for the Vancouver Giants. What a year he's had. And why we're showing you this is that young man on the right broke every one of Ty Ratty's Bantam hockey records in the Alberta Bantam Hockey League, Major Bantam. And we thought those were some records that would never be broken. Tyler Benson here, obviously, to see the game and see what Ratty and the rest of the team do. But he's also here to see his brother Cole that plays for this Edmonton Oil King team.
Cole wears jersey number 12. And he's been getting probably more ice time tonight, that line has.
The
penalties offsetting. Lucille and Delio got roughing penalties as we were going to break. So we're 4-4 for the first time tonight. Now we have a whole bunch of 4-on-4s in game number 2. This is our first look at the 4-on-4 situation tonight. With 9 minutes to go in the third. Shots pretty even in the game, 28-26. That's significant because Portland has outshot Edmonton in both games, and it's the only 2 times in the entire playoffs that Edmonton has been outshot. There's Ratty with the puck. Ratty over here to Rutkowski. Rutkowski getting the puck back out to Ratty. Here's Rutkowski. Rutkowski to Pouliot. Pouliot putting the puck down low. Ty Ratty with it. Ratty throws it at the net. Doesn't get through, and Lazar has it. Let's see if Edmonton can make something happen offensively. Legault all by himself right now as Edmonton makes a change. Pouliot takes out Legault, and Pouliot allows his teammate Rutkowski to collect the puck. Minute to go in the 4-on-4. 8:15 to go in the third period. Peters has it bounce off his stick. Foster starts back. Samuelson on his left. Samuelson moves in, has a chance for a shot, and he had a rising shot. A little bit of room in that upper corner. High and wide. Not a bad opportunity for Samuelson. That's the guy you want shooting the puck. He's got 11 goals in these playoffs. Second leading goal scorer behind Ty Ratty. Lear with Peters. Peters takes the pass in front for Lear. Too high to handle. And Foster collects the puck for the Oil Kings. 9 seconds of the 4-on-4. Lowe brings it in over the blue line. Made move too many, or it hobbled off the stick, so that threw it offside.
Well, the Portland Winterhawks are those quick starters. My goodness, all their goals tonight in the first period. Taylor Lear, what a pass from Bjorkstrand. That made it 1-0, 4:39 in. Ty Ratty, 2-0. 8:14 into the first period, and then to finish that off, Bjorkstrand at 15:48 of period number 1. St. Croix, the only goal for Edmonton in period number 2. But then you talk about fast starts. Travis Green, his team's now played 90 first periods this season. They've scored in 75 of those 90 first periods. They've scored at least one time. They're a handful.
That's why it was rather unusual in game 1 when they didn't. But they have 3 tonight in the first period. They had one big one in game number 2.
Edmonton won the first game 4-1 with Legault having 3 assists, Samuelson the 2 goals, and the Portland 3-0 shutout over Edmonton in game number 2. And now here come the Winterhawks. It's a possible 2-on-1. Leipzig with Bjorkstrand. There's the pass. What a save! Best save of the night. Brossoit comes over and keeps it a 3-1 game. Chalked it up. If Edmonton comes back, that's a huge save by Brossoit.
It's a huge confidence builder too, boy. Again, how quickly they move up the ice, Leipzig. And Dan, the thing about the Winterhawks, when they enter the zone, they complete passes. There's very, very seldom that the Winterhawks on an odd-numbered rush muff a play where they mishandle it. It does happen, not very often. They make the pass and they get the puck to the net. Sensational save.
Here's Seth Jones unable to hold it in as it popped over his stick at the right point. Wotherspoon, who might have set a record for the longest time in the dressing room to repair a skate. Left with about 2 minutes to go in the second period at the full intermission. Not sure why he didn't come out then. Maybe he had to order a new one. Here's Lazar moving in. Lazar! Stopped by Caruth. What a save by Matt Caruth off Curtis Lazar. Brossoit had just made a big save at one end, and there's Matt Caruth with his biggest save at the other end.
You know, Dad, I have talked about the Oil Kings trying to stretch the ice. They go east-west, they go north-south. One of the reasons they're able to come out of their own zone is they move that puck well. They get a gambling defenseman there. And what a neat little job Lazar does of getting past Jones.
Oh, what a save. Left pad. Yeah. And some traffic there, too. That's a positional save. A good save. And it sure is a timely save by the Portland Winterhawks veteran netminder. Here is Lowe from the line, and his shot. Caruth might have got a piece of that one as well as it comes around back to Lowe, but he can't hold it in at the point. Tyraddy giving chase. Can Raddy get it? The puck? No, Lowe does a good job to make sure. And now what is Samuelson doing? He just grabs Patan after he got mad. And Samuelson almost took a really foolish penalty on a retaliation. He's very lucky that the Oil Kings are not getting a penalty on the retaliation. And maybe Portland, I didn't see the initial thing that got Samuelson mad, but he just grabbed Patan at the back of the neck. The referee said play on. St. Croix. Now he dishes it over for Keegan Lowe. Lowe dishes it off the boards, and Leipzig. Now Raddy in over the line. Raddy, little toe drag, little spin on the circle, a little hard pass. Rutkowski taking it off these boards. Hard pass again, shot. That's a good block by Musil off Tyraddy. Rutkowski plays it down low. Patan chasing it, can't get it. Dylan Ruck can, but he hands it right to Raddy, and Rutkowski shoots it right back in again. 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Still a 2-goal Portland lead as Ruck brings it in. Dylan Ruck holding, passes it too hard. St. Croix tries to center it. Rutkowski, there's a loose puck, and it's Caruth who gets the glove up high to catch it as it was floating towards the net, but another anxious moment in front of the Portland goal.
I think Samuelson, you'll see a pretty good grab that he puts on. I think it's Ruck's sweater, if I'm not mistaken. Stretches it about a size or two too big. Referee standing right beside him said, no, I'm not going to call that, but really nice job there by Caruth. Caruth, to me, Dan, has looked very calm.
5:14 to go. He is calm. Like you said, I think he likes playing with the lead. Well, which goalie doesn't? But, I mean, for him, it really suits him, it seems.
He's got a different demeanor in there with the lead, doesn't he?
Feels that way from here.
Yeah, you don't feel that he's more, apt to try to take things in his own hands.
However, that manifests itself, you're right.
Exactly.
Here's Lear trying to backhand it. Mraz has it in his equipment. It's still up there. Now they blow it down.
Well, the Edmonton Oil Kings have only lost 2 games on home ice in the playoffs, and they're both overtime losses. Calgary came in here, won a game in overtime. Kootenay did as well. They're 7-2 on home ice. And how about the Portland Winterhawks with those 29 road wins? Only 5 times in the season did they lose on the road, and they're 6-1 in the playoffs. The only loss the Winterhawks have had on the road away from the Rose Garden is in Kamloops. They lost a game in there, but they've been pretty solid.
Last year, Portland won Game 2 and Game 3 for their only back-to-back wins against Edmonton in the last couple of years. They're trying to make it back-to-back here tonight. 4.5 minutes from doing so. Right now it might be 4.5 long minutes as Lazar gets it to Samuelson. Samuelson puts it behind the net. There's Legault with it. Legault centering it. Samuelson out to the line. Corbett holding, shooting. Off the target. Lazar gets it. Tries to spin off Wotherspoon. Lazar going hard to the net. Nice play. A good power move by Lazar. Nailed from the line. The shot is blocked. Gets it back again. There's Seth Jones collecting it. Braces himself for the hit from Samuelson. Samuelson takes the puck off Jones. Legault tries to work it in front. And Jones recovers, gets possession with that long reach. And out to Iverson it goes. Iverson spins off Mayo, then dishes it in front for Leipzig. Leipzig puts the puck to the corner, trying to draw a penalty. A lot of teams would have just dumped it in on that last play, and they try to make something else happen.
Isn't that something?
There's Caruth covering up.
We got our 50-50 winner for this evening. Congratulations to
Now you take a look at Matt Caruth's save percentage in the playoffs. It's .932. You know, tell you how good the goaltenders are that play in the playoffs and how good you have to be successful. That .932 is 4th overall. That's amazing. At 1.67 goals against average, that's 2nd overall. Who's got number 1 both ends? Well, Laurent Brossoit's got the best goals against. He's got the best save percentage, but it's clearly you got to be .932.
When you and I first started doing games years and years ago, if a goalie had 90,
yeah,
that was actually considered very solid, very good. 90 isn't good enough anymore. 90 will get you a first-round defeat.
That gets you what the bird left on the rail.
Lead pass for Dylan Ruck with Foster. Ruck in over the line, holds, passes, and there's a chance in front, and Foster gets a second chance before Caruth covers it up. Edmonton getting a few chances to make it a 1-goal game, but they're unable to beat that goaltender Caruth, and Foster the latest to kind of shake his head.
Yeah, Foster's been in tight, Dan. He's had a couple chances. We showed you earlier. I'm not sure it wasn't him that on his backhand earlier hit the crossbar, but this is what Ruck does, moves it to the right spot, and you know, you got players in behind Pouliot. You got players in behind the defense. Haven't seen that happen very much, but you get 1 crack at it, 2 cracks at it, Cruz solid.
We have 16 shots on goal for Edmonton in this period, and just 6 for Portland protecting the lead. This will be the first night of this 3 games that Portland will be outshot. But that sometimes is a misleading stat because they are not looking for shots in this period as much as they are to do what they're doing here. Get some zone time and get the puck maybe in deep or carried in deep. There's a near giveaway by Gernat. Foster starts back. St. Juana's right. Foster goes in and made 1 move too many. That's offside.
And we talk about Travis Green not raising his voice more than Mike Johnson did. I can assure you it's going to get awful loud around that bench if this Edmonton team can get within 1. There's still 2:31 left, and the Oil Kings have been getting some chances. And he's scanning up and down the ice, quick glance at the clock. And what always happens in these situations is you start looking at the guys you trust most. The guys that you could put out on the ice, even though it's a 2-goal lead, you want those guys that'll commit that little bit extra to play without the puck.
Lazar puts it in pretty deep and then very deep as he goes chases it himself. Samuelson. We're watching Brossoit. He's kind of flirting with coming out. He's 15, 20 feet in front. A little early yet, but I would expect he will come out at some stage. Lucille going back to get it with just about 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Series tied at a game each as Lazar tries to swat it in. Patan can't get it, but the Winterhawks do, and they flip it out. This is going to be a good curling shot. Not far enough for icing. Maybe some people watching south of the line saying, I don't know that curling sport too well. Foster going in. There goes the goalie to the bench. Extra attacker for Edmonton with 1:35 to go. Gernat puts it at the front of the net for Calda. The puck is there. And Caruth trying to cover it, and it's kicked just wide of the net by Calda. Net off its support. And that draws a whistle. Legault really upset. And Caruth giving him an earful. Caruth and Legault having words at the net there as Caruth kind of had a word. I don't know what he was saying to him, but maybe get out of my kitchen.
You know, when Brissois comes off the ice stand, Kolda jumps on. And you got one job to do when you're that extra attacker, and then go to the front of the net. It's exactly where number 23 goes. He hacks, he whacks, tries to keep that puck alive. And we've talked an awful lot about the kind of series that Kolda has had so far. And here's a play around Caruth. And for my money, Caruth continues to play, Dan, with a lot of poise. He's been very, very impressive to me in the way he's managed the crease.
Goalie out, minute 25 to go. Face-off won by Edmonton. Here's St. Croix's shot. That's knocked down. And a battle for the puck won by Portland, but they do not clear it. Another shot blocked. Held in just barely by Gernat. Peters behind the net, trying to get a stick on it. Dylan Ruck takes it from him. Tight quarters. He hands it to Peters. Peters being checked by Samuelson. There's 1 minute left in the third period. Comes back out to Gernat. He cannot hold it in. It's brought back in offside.
Certainly Martin Gernat is the one guy you do want to have out there. We've talked about him. You heard the guys, Andy and Peter, say, you know, and they're spot on. Martin Gernat plays so much like a rover that he's a perfect guy that you want in this situation because he's not afraid to go anywhere in that offensive zone. Right now, a timeout called. Make sure that both teams can keep the right guys on the ice that they want for the next 57 seconds.
Well, we're here tomorrow night as you look at the timeout for game number 4. And it's the same start time if you're watching in the Mountain Time Zone, 7 o'clock local. If you're watching in the Pacific Time Zone, it'll start at 6 p.m. Game 4 now, just like Portland, Bill, in Game 2, they had to answer back. If Edmonton doesn't come back here in the last 57 seconds, all the pressure goes to Edmonton, just as it was on Portland.
Yeah, and, you know, and we talked about this in one of the earlier series. I think it was with Calgary. That one thing about Derek Laxdal's team is that they have a couple times tied a series on the road. They did it in Calgary. They did it last year in Portland.
May have to do it here at home tomorrow. Meantime, still 57 seconds left. Portland wins the face-off. They dump it to center, but no further. They get it back, though, only for a moment. Ty Ratty's on the ice. If you're thinking about an empty net goal for Ratty to become the all-time leading scorer in the WHL career playoffs, he's out there now, and he's given chase for a puck. He might not get there before the icing. 34 seconds left. It's a good third period by Edmonton, though. I mean, they have come back to get a lot of shots at Caruth, and a very good period by Caruth in net.
Well, I think Caruth has been very, very calm. I like Edmonton's offense that they've generated. What did you just say? 37-27 shots on goal for the Oil Kings. Desperately trying for goal number 2.
I think Caruth could be on the star sheet. There's a chance at the side. Wow, how does he find that one? Man, he held his ground. And finally, the puck scored it free. And then Caruth jumped on it.
Again, you're talking, you know, some big goaltenders. Matt Caruth at 6'3". You're able to defend the crease.
Look at the stretched legs covering both posts. Right there, and get that one over there. Make sure nothing happens. Here's the overhead.
The right post, the right leg gets a little bit deep there, but be that as it may, he's at batter, isn't he?
And that puck goes around the boards, down the ice, and Portland doesn't mind icing it up by 2.
And very, very much in control of his hockey game. High-scoring team. They scored those 3 goals in the first period, and then I don't want to say they take the foot off the accelerator, off the gas, but they're very comfortable playing defensive hockey from that point on.
1 goal allowed in the last 2 games by Portland. Maybe a chance here for Edmonton at the side of the net. Legault trying to, no, there's going to be a penalty. Wotherspoon might have taken his man down, or no, it's going to be an Edmonton penalty in the last minute. As the puck goes down the ice, Edmonton touches it with 6 seconds to go, and that's going to seal everything here. A hooking penalty and a 2-goal lead and a face-off way down here, and we could start talking about tomorrow night.
And we talk about momentum. I said I thought Old Mo was on the bench of the Portland Winterhawks, and he's a fickle fellow. Momentum is. He can leave your team in a heartbeat. He respects nobody, but based on the win in Game 2 in Portland, I thought that it was on Portland's side, and they've carried that right over in here in a wonderful Game 3.
20 shots on goal by Edmonton in the third period. Put that in perspective. Down in Portland, they had 3 shots in the first period of Game 2 and 2 shots in the third period of Game 2 and 16 on the night. Well, they just had 20 shots in the third and didn't beat Caruth once. I got to think, for my money, in a spread-out Portland attack, I think Caruth might be the best one on the ice, facing 39 and stopping 38 shots.
Pretty impressive, and the reason I just pointed out to down under the Portland zone is, I mean, that's a very machine-like, a very, impressive group that went out to congratulate Caruth. They mean business. They weren't overly impressed. I think the Winterhawks feel that this year they're not going to be denied. They feel that they're really, really on a mission. And yeah, okay, they got this Edmonton team a little bit on the ropes. They're going to have to regroup, find a way to do something better for them tomorrow night.
And obviously a much better start needed by Edmonton tomorrow. You can't get down 1-0 at 4 minutes, 2-0 at 8 minutes, and 3-0 after 1.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. It's easier to stop that Portland team when they want to fly, and when they're skating downwind, boy, there isn't a lot of teams that can stop them. But I think this Edmonton team, Dan, with the fewest goals against in the Western Hockey League this year on the season, they've got to figure a way to do it.
We have lots coming up on the postgame. You'll hear a postgame reaction from the dressing room, Andy and Peter, and much more. Portland leads 2-1.